Hey, Isabella. Your mama says, hey, sexy. Hey. Turn that light down a little bit. How are you guys doing? He said we good, we chilling. My mom hasn't had a day off in a long time, so we goofing. Oh, I see. Well, tell her to enjoy her damn day off. Relax. Hey, Shakira. Hey, Amy. She said, watching you. Alright, if y'all gonna sit in here for the ride, then I might as well entertain. I'm thinking about doing some collectives real quick, but I'm trying to figure out the energy a little bit. Aries moon. He said, did you hear about Melanie Martinez dropping a new album? I didn't. She's dropping something new, huh? And usually she does those crazy ass things, which I fuck with. It's about rebirthing. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, she doing some wild shit again. I can see that. I listened to her little snippet. She doing another movie too? The egg hatches. What the fuck? Yeah, see, Melody. Scorpio seem to be the talk of the fucking town right now. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Hey, Anna. You said your ex up ready. We need to get at least 20 something members up in that bitch before I start doing some live streams over there. TikTok dance. I'm too old for that. Ah, shit. He said, "What have you been up to?" Not much. She said, "Yeah, that's a Gemini thing to do." To you, Gemini in the building. You and Leo always got to be like announcing yourselves. I'm not complaining, but just the observation. Got some questions. I got some answers. Libra too for some reason. Some of them. Some of them like to hide though. A lot of them don't like to lie. I get it though. You know, everybody up in here fucking business. Questions. See, I'm here in the court. He said, I finally figured out, so Capricorn Sun, Virgo Moon, and Gemini Rising. Okay. Okay. So you did your little, your natal chart. Yeah, you got some fucking strong placements in the top three. I love that you know. I love that you know his gym so well. Oh, I know you. Moonshine. Hey, Scott Flower. Come on now, y'all. What the fuck y'all doing? Post some damn questions up in the chat so I can get started. You always in the wee hours. Yeah, because I ain't getting up. Listen, day streams freak me the fuck out. And it's not because anything bad comes through or anything like that, but people just annoying as fuck. People in the morning just annoying as a motherfucker. I feel like that's when all like the needy codependency goes through. And I know a lot of people are dependent on tarot, but I'm just saying, I don't need all that. Have you made your own personal deck? No, I'm still rocking and rolling with the written cards. Oh, 1111 on the bed. Oh, shit. Yeah, way too fucking abs. I don't fuck with people try to rush me. That's the earth. Because I'll go even motherfucking slower when people try to rush my ass. Can I ask you? Nothing general. Ask a real question. I'm over watching Avatar: Last Airbender. I haven't stopped watching for like 5 hours. Oh, really? I didn't. I keep seeing people post that type of shit on YouTube, like the clips and everything like that, asking questions about the characters. I just be like, I don't know nothing about this damn anime or show. I just listened to your advice. Thank you. And I just woke from my slumber, bro. Everybody say that, or everybody just be sleeping. Take the crust out your eyes. You'll come up with something. He said self about some clothing from this Virgo and posted. They ask people to post when they get it. Will it start something? Oh god. Will it start something? Yeah, it'll start something, but it won't start what you want. Not with that particular person. It looks like you'll get other attention though. You'll get other attention. Not from the Virgo. You never make it to the lives? Well, welcome. You got a question? I took my ex back. Should I trust this or dip? Straight to the point. Alright. Let's see the pros and the cons. This person know they can't replace you. They really have a hard time trying to do it. That's why they always crawling around, creeping around your neck of the woods. They feel like they lose their mind without you type shit. So let's see. Why does it feel like it looks like mother and son in this relationship? Feels like mother and son. So like there's a couple of different things that I've seen. This person really doesn't have much to offer emotionally. He do be trying though. He do be trying. It's just like what he perceives as trying is like doing the bare minimum. It's like you gotta teach him a lot of tricks and tips on how to handle a woman because he's younger. I see this going exactly where it went before. Like I see some arguments, I see some fighting. To be honest with you, like there's nothing that this person has to offer you that you don't already have. Like you already have people nagging you. You already have people that be you know, ob- obsessive. Okay, like people who like to make large statements but never pull through type shit. That's the type of person he is. Like you get caught up in the lust aspect, or he does. I feel like you kind of overdue for like a little bit of a break, or like a walk away, a bounce. Okay, a bounce. Cause this is a lot, babe. This is a lot. He ain't never gonna offer you nothing different though. That's what I want you to keep in mind. You weren't satisfied with it before, and it's not just gonna turn around like that. It's not gonna turn around and become something that you want. Okay. I see it going right back to where it went before. Yeah, fighting like cats and dogs. I picked up on too. Can't mix oil and water. I also feel like he doesn't really know anything about you, and you don't really know anything about him. To be honest, it's like y'all. It feels like y'all don't go nowhere when you guys are together, but when you guys are apart, suddenly it starts feeling like you understand. Um, starts feeling like you really understand the situation. Like you know that he's not going to like fully commit to you. You know that he's a liar. That he's annoying. He's got a big motherfucking head. Takes a lot of low blows. Doesn't know what the fuck he's doing with his life. Wants to be treated like a princess. Hey, Anaya. Shakira, what you looking for? Mm-hmm. You said full singles read. Uh-oh. Alright. Are you talking about the middle one? Doctor. Dr. Pecker is kind of funny. You should get that one. Alright, Shakira. Let's see. Ooh. They talk about your love life going nowhere fast. Let's see. Nowhere fast. What the fuck does that mean? Okay. I feel like this last situationship made you feel a little bit indifferent towards romance, towards towards just towards I don't know. I think it's like the sexual relationship. It's a little bit of the dynamic. Like I think you want a dynamic change within relationships because whoever this was, right, their personality just didn't mix with yours. You know how some people like salt and some people like pepper, and some people don't like pepper at all, right? Like it's like y'all mixing salt and pepper together, and maybe that type of mix just ain't working for whatever the fuck this is, right? I don't like it either because I feel like you almost had to talk down to this person or like assert your dominance over a person in order to get them to understand you at all. Yeah, you're looking for someone who could actually communicate with you. And I feel like also a lot through this relationship, you also did a lot of like dissociation, where you like just was not there, like you could not feel yourself there or even with this person at all. That's why if you're wondering why it's kind of so easy for you to look into the future and look for something better, it's because you wasn't even in the relationship at all. You know what I mean? Like not here, not emotionally. Hmm. So they're kind of asking like, what made you attracted to this person then, right? So like, what was it that kept you around for even this long? Because that's like the main problem that I'm seeing here is like waiting around for something that can't be fixed or waiting around for something that just can't fulfill you. Like getting too attached to something that's the bare minimum that's too small for you. Someone who's too stupid. What made you fucking wait around for that shit? Let's see. Yeah, like yeah. So from these situations, ain't nobody can save you, but like you gotta save yourself, right? Nobody can save you from these situations. So I know you get tired and you just don't want to think no more. You don't want to feel no more. So you kind of back away from a relationship, and you don't really, the communication kind of turns off, right? When you do meet the person that you enjoy yourself around, you're going to need to communicate. Like that's 1,000%. Like you're going to need to actually communicate. I know you tried with this one, but like I said, it feels like it didn't go nowhere. It feels like a lot of game playing, a lot of like, I pick up on like the wig snatching energy for some reason, like wig snatching. They keep talking about that, snatching someone's wig off or exposing somebody. It's like if you don't find that somebody is worth your time, you just gotta instantly be like, okay, I don't want this, and communicate that. Okay, because like I said, if you're looking for someone long term, you're not gonna find them by doing the shit that you just did in this last relationship. You're not gonna find them. Um, let's see. So you just gotta move a little bit differently here. You gotta be way more conscious of when someone's treating you like shit. I had a dream about exposing. Yeah, they be talking about exposing people. The wig snatch. Hmm. So there's also other things that are gonna be really hard for you. I think like mainly is taking a second to breathe. Okay, so like I said, you want that full love experience. You want someone to treat you right in every single aspect, but you got to learn that it's not a game, right? Like going out there and dating and talking to these dudes, you shouldn't view it as a game no more, then, right? Because that's like the young side of you being like very, very naive and just, playing along in whatever story they want to bring towards you. But you can't submit. Okay, like you can't submit like that. You can't just roll over and just let them take you. You know what I mean? Like let them take you wherever they want to take you. That's just not how it's gonna go, right? Because I see he was in a couple of other relationships as well, other than you. So, but most definitely you're gonna need to. He said, "I try not to play with it no more." I think that your view of playing sometimes is you playing hard to get, right? You try to play hard to get, or you try to outthink some of these dudes. It's like it's really not that hard to outthink them, right? It's really not that hard. Like, in the end, you kind of end up feeling stupid because what you try to play or what you try to do to them just ends up not working, right? So you need to stop with that shit too. That's something that can't happen no more. Like I said, if you're looking for something serious, you got to act serious. You got to state that thing. Now, I'm not saying you got to state it out the gate, right? Because when you're dating, it's a little rough there because someone will say exactly what you want or just mimic you and say, you're the type of girl I've been looking for, da-da-da-da. They want to spin you a story. They're going to tell you everything that you want to hear, right? But I am saying, though, you're going to have to fucking communicate exactly what you want to the next person. All right? It is not a person who's going to fuck around with you and find out. Let's be real, though. That's not what I'm saying. You're going to be alone for the next couple of months, though. I can see, like, maybe you talking and dating and that sort of thing, but I can see you being alone and coming back into yourself. They talk about dancing or exercise, that sort of thing. They talk about you bringing back your physical a little bit so you can feel a lot more confident because recently you've been a little bit insecure and anxious. Even though you're attractive, it's just that, when you start seeing yourself in some type of way, you just can't do it. Like, you're like, this is not my body type of shit. That's how you feel. This is not my motherfucking body. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like I said, I see you getting back in shape. I see you... Okay, I see you exploring more of your, like, clothing. More of your the shit that you wear. The shit you go out in. Yeah, I see you exploring a little bit. Maybe even like doing like a little V-top type shit. The titties out. I see the titties out. What else we got? Who's the person? Who's the person coming in next? We got a couple of options here. Alright, someone who's gonna act just like the damn ex. Just like the damn ex. Maybe even the same sign as the damn ex. Doesn't mean you have to like avoid all of that sign type shit, but like I said, it looks like it might even be the same sign. What else we got? What else we got? Who is the person? A water sign is what I'm saying. It's definitely someone who might be going to school, studying for something. Might be like a nurse or a nurse practitioner, going for that type of route. When it comes to work, they're gonna do something to do with medicine, okay, or healing. Something to do with medicine and healing. So this person is going to school for that. So it could be a water sign, could be an air sign as well. I feel like you're gonna get a lot better at kind of like yelling what you want. You know what I mean? Like you have this like very soft spoken voice. A lot of people don't fucking take you seriously. It looks like you have like, you just get intimidated. I think by the relationship, that if you do say something that's gonna chase somebody away, but that's just not real. That's just not real. Like we can take a fucking verbal lashing, y'all. Like you gotta step back and be like, okay, am I just being overly paranoid? Am I just like freaking out because all these past relationships taught me that, fighting is bad and shouldn't do this and shouldn't do that? Stand up for your beliefs and stand up for your morals. Okay, stand up for your beliefs, stand up for your morals, and stop playing. Right? When you hear something that makes you uncomfortable, you're gonna need to say so. Say so. Okay, it's all about the say so. Using your mouth. Not in that way. It definitely look like someone who's going to school though. Okay, there might be two people as well. So I'm gonna say there's an Aquarius here, or an air sign, someone who has Aquarius and one in their top three. And then there's also a water sign with a lot of fire up in the pitch. Could be a lot of Sagittarius. You want someone to become friends with you first, which is understandable. So maybe this is someone who's already connected to you in like a friendship type way. There's one option as well that looks like a friend here. Somebody that you might know already. Yeah, someone who play. Someone who play. Another person who plays. Might be something that you just talk, like someone you just talk to, and there might be even cuddling involved if there's any physical intimacy at all, but it's gonna be something real positive. Okay, I'm not gonna say that it's a great dating thing, but it's a good thing to like become friends with a man so that you can understand some of the more like nasty behaviors, because I don't think this person is a good person when it comes to relationships. I just think that if you observe them and watch them, they can give you a lot of the red flags that you should be looking out for in your actual dating life. Like, stay with the friends though, right? Flirtation and all that, I would kind of edge away from that, just because this person does distract you and he tried to, throw shit in your face. It seems like he tries to distract you from actually getting into a relationship. Okay? Like, that's one positive aspect of man that you can kind of accept into your life, because you do kind of have this trauma going on here with men. Watch his red flags, because he talks about his red flags a lot, just honestly with you. Because he feel like he can, tell you about anything and you just won't react, right? Like I said, not looking good in the relationship scale for this with this person. But whoever the doctor is, or the person who's in the medicine, that'll be interesting. I think that's coming up in, let's see, June. It's coming up in June. Yeah, because they keep talking about like medicine man, someone who does medical shit, someone who does checkups. They talk about the stethoscope. Could be a nurse, could be a dermatologist, could be a dentist even. And they right out the gate, you want to see that this person doesn't really flex too much. Like, if anything, they wear like a chain and a watch. Okay, a chain and a watch. Like, they don't do too much when it comes to like showing up, showing out people. They wouldn't be your usual type in expectation, just because he doesn't really give a fuck. Like, he cares about presentation, right? He's a doctor or whatever he does, right? But he doesn't really give a fuck about like showing up, showing out. He does have money, it looks like, or he comes from money. Okay, he comes from money. Could be a Virgo. Someone with high Virgo in their chart, though. Virgo, Gemini, mixture of both. That'll be interesting. Did you have any other questions about your love life? Yeah, because it seemed like he's the type of person who needs you to be completely honest. So, when you doing all that laughing and giggling and laughing at everything they say, and you not really, like, internally, you don't really find the shit funny. When it's like a situation where you're just trying to please them and make them feel some type of shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit, like, all the slick talk that you do is not going to be attractive to this individual. They just want to cut straight to the fucking point. Like, what do you want out of a relationship? Who are you looking for? What goals do you have for your fucking future? That type of person. Yeah, he got money, though. He does have money. I was more focused on new people, so I don't think it's any old motherfucker that you already been dealing with. What you mean by Cancer and Libra? No. What does that mean? Are those two people you already dealing with? It's something new. It's not something old. That's all Virgos do. It's something new. Is a doctor, not military. Doesn't have the temper for that. So I should cut the Cancer and Libra off. Let's see. Should you cut the Cancer and Libra off? You gotta be direct with your damn questions too, Shakira. I don't just be sitting here like I'm trying to decode what the fuck you're saying. Let's see. What you want, Cancer and Libra? Should you cut them off? Let's see. If you want to be single, yeah. If you want to be perceived as single. Because a lot of the dudes that you'll be dealing with instantly get suspicious because they don't think you're single. If you want to be perceived as single and you want new love, you should make some fucking distance between you and these folks. Because a lot of the people that come towards you perceive you as someone who's already taken. Because, like, I think it's the main fact that you don't really ask for much, right? You don't really ask for anything or ask for much. When you should be demanding respect and demanding emotional satisfaction, you should be demanding that good dick, whatever. Like, you should be demanding things, right? You should be saying some shit that you want. You shouldn't just be going with the flow. So a lot of them perceive you as someone who's already taken. Okay? So I think you should cut them off. Shakira, we looking at new shit. It's a full singles reading, not a full taken reading. Of course, we will pick up on some of the people that you already familiar with, but we talking about some new people. The doctor's new. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate it. What type of reading you want? If you want to be perceived as someone who is single, someone who is free, someone who is weightless, you ain't got nobody in the back doing back shots, you got to cut off the rest of them. It might make you feel needy at first, where, like, you just don't know who or what to talk to or whatever, but Take that distance from those motherfuckers. Like, you should not have just people sitting on the back burner. Go back and listen. And single instead of being celibate, and yes. So, yep, take a distance from them motherfuckers, like I said. Having someone constantly in the background of all your relationships, you know, the friendship, that's not a problem. As long as you keep it at a friendship and you don't accept that, you know, if a person is being flirtatious towards you, that you tell them to fuck off and not get the fuck off. Like, you gotta really understand boundaries. And that's something that I know you've been working on, but even in this past relationship, you're attracting exactly what you're putting out. And I just want you to kind of to sit on that for a second. Like, that is how you're being perceived by other people. That's why you got into a relationship with it. Because it is something that's very, very important moving forward. Creating boundaries, communicating with your wants and needs. Being very, like, attentive in a way that's not just, you know, oh, let's go out, let's have sex, or let's cuddle, let's do this. Being attentive in a way that you can, like, emotionally communicate to somebody. You're talking about yourself, though. Like, talking about your deep shit. Don't entertain, like several other people in the background when you feel like something's just starting to get serious. Know when to make boundaries and back the fuck up. Ace, you want a love reading? Alright. Do you have any questions to start out with, Ace? In Gemini season, though, that's why I see June. That a person be coming in for you, Shakira. He said, does she still love me? You're a gem. Okay, Ace. Let's see. Does she still love you? No. She doesn't. That's a retrograde. Not all retrogrades need to be bad for anyone. In fact, a lot of them are good, because if you're looking for change, especially in the relationship lane in Gemini season, ruled by Venus, Mercury, come on now. That shit is clean. It gets clean. Ace, she does not still love you. She does not still love you. She does not want anything to do with you in most aspects. She does not still love you. Okay. Like, she feels like this is, you know, like beating a dead horse. If this situation continued to go on, it'd be like beating a dead fucking horse. Like, there is nothing here that can be salvaged or patched up. Like, now I picked up on plumbing even. Someone might be having problems with plumbing. But also, like, they talk about plumbing, like, it's too much backed up shit. There's too much history. Too much bullshit. And, I don't know, if it's not y'all's history that she's worried about her own past and your past. Okay? So, no. So let me check out that love for you. Beat the dead horse. Of course, Shakira. The Hangman. Okay. The Tower in reverse. So your fear of commitment takes over like almost everything when it comes to any type of relationship. Okay, like any type, family, friends, love, even hate. You know, your lack of commitment to some of your emotions and the lack of commitment towards some of the people that you've dealt with has made you feel and look blind to other people. Okay, it's like you're blind to the necessities of a relationship. That's how they feel, at least. And while that might not be how you're feeling internally, that might not be, what you're wanting to present forwards, that's what everyone is seeing. And you hate feeling exposed. Okay? You hate that feeling. It's like I don't know if you hunker down or it's like introversion, but Ace, you hate feeling exposed. But that's where I feel like you kind of need someone to do that for you. You need to feel like, you can't hide no more. Right? You can't hide from yourself no more. Like, I picked up on turtle shells or like a Ninja Turtle type shit. Like, you ain't no motherfucking ninja. You're grown. You're not a fucking ninja no more. Right? This is where I see you kind of doing whatever you wanted because you don't have a dominant female figure when it comes to relationships. Like, you've never had like that super dominant or like dominant in a non-toxic way. Okay, dominant in a non-toxic way. Where a female can kind of just let you know, hey, like, you're doing so much, or hey, like, we need to start up this and do that. Like, it's like baseline things that you've kind of been missing. I know you got a lot of things that you worry about in the background. They do talk about health with somebody here. They talk about health. They talk about death, or maybe even fear of dying alone. They talk about God and how, you deserve to be happy and you deserve to have somebody who can treat you right. Even if you've done other people wrong or crossed other people in some type of way, or, it was equal give and take, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth type situation, like, you deserve something better, something more. You are bold, though, especially when it comes to sexual advances. You are definitely bold. Definitely bold as a motherfucker. Okay. Ace, you also have like they all talk about mommy issues. Okay. They talk about mommy issues. They talk about like having a draining or vampiric relationship with mom, with maybe primary female figures in your life. Very draining, very exhausting, because it constantly feels like you can never do enough, or you're always doing too much, or this and that. Like, when people try to put you in check almost for no reason, like trying to correct your behavior when you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Yeah, someone's got mad behavioral issues here, but in some aspects I don't even feel like it's you. In most aspects, actually. That's where your fear of commitment kicks in, though. Or even just like, if it makes sense, you have a fear of commitment and a fear of being alone. So it's like those two fucking fight against each other all the fucking time. Yeah, you get spinning thoughts and shit. You get spinning thoughts through relationships. Ace, are you still here? I'm making sure because I see people dropping. You feel easily betrayed when people don't communicate with you. There's a very clear disconnect with what you want versus what you need. What you need is not closure with that past person. What you want is closure. What you need to do is find yourself through making yourself more available and creating positive, supportive relationships around you. You know, having the friends that aren't leeching off of you or like talking shit about all your girls and all that type of shit. Like having a support behind you where it's not always constantly fucking negative. That's where I feel like it always dips back to. It's like nothing you ever do is good enough, and nothing your girl do is ever good enough. Right? That's how it translates and equates your relationships. Hey, Mr. Ray. Yeah, you're also really afraid of being perceived as dramatic or too pussy. Um, Always, it seemed like, you don't want to be perceived as someone who's less a man, but that's not true. It's just not true that if you vocalize your opinions, state what you want, state what you're struggling with, these things don't emasculate you. They just don't. I wasn't trying to hurt you, but I still hurt you 10 times over. That's what just came out. Okay. So, I hope that you understand that the biggest thing that's lacking or has been lacking for you is somebody being able to tell you that everything is all right type shit, or like someone being able to let you know that you can have emotions and that you can have feelings and that you can be yourself, because I feel like you perceive yourself as like this devil or demon or despicable person. You just can't for some reason get your head off of this, like beating up yourself all the damn time, and then all the blame shifts to you somehow within relationships, which is also fucked up. It's like you can't, like, this, all this shit, it can't just be you. Okay, it can't just be you. Yeah, you gotta get away from the people that keep talking shit about everyone you bring around, all your partners. Like, you gotta get away from those people. Like I said, all they do is talk shit. All they do is talk shit about your partners. That's all they have to say is talk shit. And it's because they don't want to see you. They don't want to see you move on with anybody. They don't want to see you in a relationship. Something that they don't have. They don't want to see you move on into that type of shit. They want you to feel just as desperate as they feel. Hey, Miss KT. Ace, you listening? I hope you listening. I hope you didn't run. And even if you did, I'm gonna just tell you to go back, cause we ain't really. What else we got? So who the fuck is coming towards you though? Or like, what's coming up within low? Nice. For the rest of the year, let's do first part of the year, second part of the year, and last part of the year. Let's see. First part of the year. First part of the year for you within love, you're gonna be lacking trust in a lot of people. You're gonna be lacking trust also in yourself. Okay, because you feel like you just can't trust yourself enough to actually love someone or give them what they want. It's like, you don't have a lot to offer on what you perceive as, like, I guess, romantic courting. You don't have a lot to throw around when it comes to money. You don't have a lot to throw around when it comes to, like, you know slinging dick and shit like that. Like, you just don't. There's not a lot of time for you. It feels like all the time. Like, you don't have a lot, right? But why perceive that as a bad thing? Because that's where I feel like your personality and everything else about you makes up for it. So, in this first half of the year here, you're going to have to really explore and figure out why you can't just accept the fact that you are who you are. Okay? Like, stop pretending to be someone. Stop pretending to be better. Okay? Because you can find a better suited partner for you as long as you're willing to admit that, you're not who you've been trying to perceive or play. You're a good actor. All right? You're a good actor. You're a very good actor. They say you have the capability of being the emperor as long as you're willing to accept the fact that you are the emperor, regardless of all your flaws, all your quirks. Okay? They said with a Libra, you're going to be sitting back and staying away from that situation for a while. I think you're really, you're scared to be off on your own again. For real, though. Like, you're scared to be single. You're still scared to be single. There is something to do with moving here as well. Moving, like making a big move or not being able to do it in the amount of time allotted. So be careful of that. Like, something tells me that you're gonna stop communicating with a lot of people. Okay, like you're gonna do a whole entire cutoff zone where you're just not gonna communicate at all. You're just gonna kind of run away or, like, hide yourself, hunker down somewhere. Okay, that's gonna be the first half of the year. It's hunkering down and trying to find yourself in some type of way. Let's talk about the middle. What's coming through in the middle? What's coming through in the middle? In the middle, I see more travel. Okay, so I see more travel. Okay, I don't, there was this back and forth thing you had to do with travel that I don't think you'll have to do anymore. So I see travel, worrying about funds, worrying about money. Love is kind of like off of it's off your plate at this point in time, in the middle of the year. Like, you're just, like I said, trying to find yourself spiritually, trying to solidify the fact that regardless of all the flaws, regardless of all the shit that you've been through, you can change. Okay? You can be emotionally available. You can be loyal. You can be committed. It's just not with a person who makes you feel like everything you do is just wrong. Right? And in that type of situation, two wrongs don't equal a right? The blame game, right? They are talking about maybe possibly gaining a little bit of weight here. Gaining weight or losing weight. They're equating it to, like, getting better at, like, understanding your health, because you are a little bit in the depressive zone, so maybe you have been eating a little raunchy lately. They are talking about health. They talk about sexual health as well, so be careful about that. They talk about, I don't know if you have a kid with somebody, or maybe this is just someone who's slightly younger than you, but maybe there's someone you want to get back in contact with or communicate with, and just, let them know that you feel sorry, or that you feel some type of way. But what I will say is, like, all the shit that you realize that you have done, this person already, they know you're sorry, okay? They know you're sorry. They just don't give a fuck. And they're allowed to not give a fuck. Okay, that's what you got to understand. So if you're looking to apologize, Now, a couple months down the line here, they're allowed to not give a fuck. Okay, that is their right. And that's where you just gotta leave it. What else can we talk about? Middle of the year, the romance. You do have a lot of options still, but I feel like you know, again, that single life is hitting you hard. I see you moving. There might be a desperate situation where you have to move in with a female. Yeah, you might have to move in with a female. Someone you're romantically involved with, or somebody that you kind of mess with a little bit. You might have to move in with a female. Anything else? You will be very emotional, and there might be times where you feel like you're moving way too fast on people, and people might try to make boundaries with you and be like, you know, I understand that you like me, or you crushing, and you're feeling some type of way. And I feel like that's been a repetitive behavior for you. It's like you start crushing on somebody, you start feeling some type of way about somebody, but then it's like all that goes away at the beginning of the relationship, because you see things that you like, you just don't know the motherfucker, you don't know the person. And that's where the boundaries come in as well, with communication. It's like you being able to ask the right questions about somebody, helpfully. Like, you feel like a lot of the time too, you're the only one doing the exposing on yourself, but that's not true. I feel like you don't give people the room to like talk about their past or themselves, you know, because you do a lot of criticizing. So as a repercussion of that, all you attract is women who criticize, constantly criticizing your behavior, who try to break you in and break you out type shit. All right, let's see. End of the year for love. For Aries. End of the year. End of the year. And the end of the year looks better for money. Looks like better relationship. I can't tell if this is a child or not, or if you have a kid, because you haven't said anything. But I'm gonna say, see, you know, if you got a kid here, looks like your relationship is gonna improve with your child. Looks like you're gonna finally get your strength back, your physical strength. Physical strength to kind of talk some things out with. Is this your baby's mother? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out here. To talk things out with the Libra. It does look like you will be in a position of just staying loyal to yourself and staying loyal to your kid. Okay, staying loyal to your kid, or, you know, there's something here with like just staying loyal. Taking the time out to actually like invest in your child or in your family. Okay, in your family. You will figure out some shocking information about the Libra. And I also, yeah, you will figure out more shocking information about the Libra, or vice versa. And there is new love. There is new love coming your way. I would say more like next year. Because I think what you're going to realize with trying to force this shit to work is that y'all are better apart than you are together. With a Libra, you are better apart than together. Forcing it to work or trying to like talk things out, like, that's just not something y'all can communicate with each other. It's not something y'all can do. Like, has been too much inaction in the past, so all that shit, you thought it would catch you didn't think it would catch up to you, but it did. Okay, and it does make you feel like shit. Monkey, he said, I traveled to Caribbean from Amsterdam. Done with Pisces after 12 years. Crazy, man. So the positive things that you could look forward to is building your finances for sure. Okay? Building finances, Ace. Building all your finances back up after having a lot of stress in that area for a very long time. You will build your finances back up. You will take control. You will, I don't think there's no reparations with the Libra, so that situation is going to be like a mourning. But you can still celebrate and have support and have a family behind you, supporting you each step of the way. You're not alone. Just believe me when I say that. You are not alone. You do have people here that do care about you. And you will be moving. You will be moving. And I think when you move to a new location, you will find new love aspects. Okay? New people. And there might be another Gemini here popping through. Another air sign, another Gemini. Could also be another earth sign. Or no, it's an air sign and a Virgo. Virgo or a Taurus. Okay? That's what's going on for you this year, Ace. It's a lot of fighting back and forth. I think you can make something work with the Libra, but I don't think it's ever going to be a romantic connection. Person doesn't want nothing to do with you. That's what you got to understand. And you can't force that. Give time, give air to the situation. Let it air out. Start building up your own life. Start building up your own money. They talk about your credit as well. You can feel guilty and feel like shit, but that's not going to get nothing done, right? That's not going to make you feel more secure, and that's a part of the problem within your relationship with the Libra, is that you're insecure, and you have to admit that. You are. Insecurities control a lot of y'all's communication. Okay? Stephanie. Practicing divination for several years. So Stephanie, what's your question? Thank you for the donation. I can see the divination piece here. They talk about manifestation big time and prayer. How will spring break go between you and Matthew? See, you're a young un. You and Matthew. How will it go between you and Matthew? You have hope for this situation. They say you're going to be serving looks. You're going to be serving looks. So you're going to be looking good. There's going to be something creative that pops through with your physicality, with your clothing. They talk about switching some shit up for the summer. You're going to be looking good. Impeccable. Now, as far as Matthew goes, it looks like Matthew's let himself go in some type of way. And that scares you. And that definitely scares you. Because when someone's depressed, I think you, Stephanie, you're a really good person to talk to. But for some reason, Matthew doesn't want to talk to you about it. He likes to create purposeful distance between y'all. He likes to create purposeful distance between y'all. He doesn't like to communicate his feelings or his depression to you. He's afraid that if you learn about why he's depressed or why he feels some type of way, why he feels emotional, that you won't accept him no more or you won't be around him no more. That's why I see his fear of commitment. Okay? His fear of commitment. In the spring. Fear of commitment, I don't see a lot of y'all kind of almost lost a little bit of y'all's passion. How long have y'all been together, Stephanie? There's a loss of passion here also in the summer where, like I said, the distance, you're scared of the distance because this person has been actively pushing you away in the summer. Okay, 2 months, so that's pretty damn early. it's a good, so the summer is a good check-in though, because I feel like this is where things start to go wrong and crumble for people because they just can't hold their shit together. We live in different cities for right now. Okay, I can see why then he might be insecure, feeling some type of way. So let's see. Biggest thing about summer for her and Matthew. Okay, all right. So you're gonna figure out a couple of different things about Matthew. Okay, the depression thing, and the past thing, and there's a sense of introvertedness with him, and it's not about like, it's not that he's introverted online or when y'all are talking. It's like literally he finds it real hard to leave the house. He finds it real hard to take care of himself sometimes. He gets very depressed sometimes. He gets very, very almost jealous or pissed off at the fact that you're doing so well for yourself in a physical way, in a emotional way, that you're feeling so good about shit. It's like he gets pissed off at that, so he'll create a distance in his head, and then he'll back away. He'll back away. He just feels like he doesn't have much to offer you. He also, like I said, you're a really good person to go to for him when it comes to depression, but you're not his fucking therapist. And that needs to be a boundary that is set in the summer, is that you're not a therapist. So no matter how depressed he is, no matter how much he feels like shit, no matter where he feels his life is going wrong, you can't help him. You can't solve that. That is something that he solves for himself. It doesn't matter the amount of divination, the amount of prayer that you put out into the world. That is something that he has to dedicate himself towards. Okay, and that's what you're going to be figuring out on break. Yeah, the identity, right? The fact that he isn't who he says he is, or he's not as confident, and he doesn't like. I feel like there's a couple of different things that like don't sit right with me. There's a lot of like white lies, small lies that come through for him, and that like I think he lies about his life experiences almost to make you happy or to make you feel some type of way, to make you feel understood, or even so that like he can give a misconception about himself, so that like you can perceive him as someone who's more confident and more forthcoming than he actually is. It's to get your guard down. All right. I love talking to him about mental health issues because he's on depression medication, right? And realize there's boundaries in that though, right? You are a support. You are a support, and that is where you stay. You stay as a support. You do not start trying to, therapize. You can give him coping mechanisms all day, right? You can give him coping mechanisms in you can talk him up and whatever, but just realize that's not going to change the situation. If he wants to work on himself, he needs to choose to do that himself. He can't be doing it just for you. He has to do it for himself. So if he's just doing it for you, where he's telling the white lies and he's doing this and doing all this extra shit so early on, it's like, that's just, it's not going to be a long-lasting relationship then. So he needs to make the decision to change his ways all by himself, right? All by himself. Because he can act real psychotic real quick in certain aspects. And I feel like you figure that out down the line here. Alright. Anything else you wanted to know about the situation? Yeah, they said don't put your full trust in somebody just because you think that they're defenseless. Because he's not defenseless. He's not a child. He is not just some emotional wreck. He might be sensitive, but there's different types of sensitivity, right? He's not empathic, okay? He's not empathic, right? He's emotional, but there's a difference between emotional and empath, okay? There's a big difference, large difference. Many people aren't empathetic and can't tap into that type of skill. You are, I think, are an empath. Just from what I see about you. Now, I know that seems like a lot of negative information. But I wouldn't take it as so. I would take it as a learning situation where you're learning. You're learning more about how to deal with people like him. There's a lesson underneath all of it. And like I said, it's not going to just be negative straight out the gate. Will we enjoy each other's company during that time? I'm gonna be honest with you, no. And I think it's because maybe even around that time there might not be a lot of him. I don't know if it's like maybe he doesn't show up, or it might be also a situation where he's on and off with his communication with you and his like showing of affection. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't really look that way, at least from both perspectives, right? From your perspective, let's see. What you gonna perceive this as? You are protecting yourself, which is good. What you gonna think of this situation? Yeah, I don't like I said, I don't see it going as well as it's as you think. All right. I don't see it going as well as you think. Mm-hmm. You're gonna figure out some truths about this. I heard two truths and a lie. They always play this damn song every time we talk about a shady situation. They always play this damn song. It's called "This Bitch Matters" by Deutsche. Always fucking playing this song. You downright disgusting. Give all up just for enough. You should be holding this honesty. Need more love. Need more hugging. What's up, nigga? What's the matter with you? Oh, 420 about the dollar. Just give me something to prove. Commitment based on false pretenses. Is the truth surrounding his mental health? No, ma'am. It's about his actions. It's about his actions within commitment. Because I don't exactly believe that he's committed here. He's just talking, and he knows how to talk. So, someone can say words, and it still don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to fill it out. Also, you say you do divination, so you probably have tarot cards. You can check it out just for yourself as well. Yeah, I don't really fuck with Kevin Gates. He's not one of my favorites. Nothing personal against him. He does make great music, but he said I don't know much about Kevin. He alright. He has talent. And that's not my particular cup. Hey, Jebby. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick, y'all. I can feel my voice starting to give out a little bit. Hold on. I'll be right back. said, I want to know who my family is, playing with magic, been disowned for 22 years and keep getting major illnesses. I get it. I'd say, Lima, you still here? Where is that box? It's a bitch. I feel like we should try something collective real quick. Or maybe we should do all signs. We could do that as well. You want to know what both of the Capricorns I'm dealing with feel about you? Okay. Let's see about that, and then I'll do some all signs. Let's see, what deck should I use? 'Cause I feel like I should switch up real quick. I'm gonna do the Edgar Allan Poe deck. So you said they're both Capricorns. Let's see. Let's call what should we call both each Capricorn to separate the two? Make it a little easier. You said it's a Yeti. I don't know what the fuck it is. I just found it. Put it in the fucking sticker. I gotta actually make my own stickers though. That's what I want to do. Let's make some of my own. But gifted, how should we separate the two? You want to use like a initial to separate the two? It just keeps me being correct versus dancing around trying to figure out which one is which. Okay, white and pink. Got you. I don't know what that means. So white and pink. Let's see. White and pink. So let's start out with pink. Let's start out with pink. Alright, so pink. Okay, we're gonna start out with pink. You give me the fucking cane and see all of you. Alright. Pink got some monetary issues. Issues with, I think, staying consistent in the workplace, staying consistent and grounded. Trying to, for some reason, I feel like this person can be like your best friend or your worst enemy type shit, because they can be really good to you on a friendship level, but also distract you from every fucking thing that you're doing. Like everything. I mean, they can even distract you from your money. You know what I mean? Pink has like some bad habits. That's what I'm picking up on. It's some bad habits. Sexually. Pink got some bad habits sexually. Because Pink likes to play around with what Pink likes. Pink likes everything, looks like. Gotta chill out with that. I think it takes a special kind of female, though, to get close to this person, like a person like this. Because I don't think this person has truly experienced like a full-blown, like, satisfying, supporting each other type relationship, or has seen that in their life. Okay, I feel like this person hasn't ever seen that, so they don't even know what the fuck to base it off of. You know what I mean? I feel like you give this person a really, really good vision of what the future would be like with you. Okay, what does Pink think about you? Pink thinks that you're a very strong woman. Pink also likes to, I think Pink knows that you got someone on the side, or that you have a couple of different people that you're talking to. Pink is competitive as fuck. Okay, they talk about Aquarius or Aries, or they talk about a very heavy, dominant energy. They love playing games. They love to like dominate, which is common in Capricorn, right? But they love to fucking dominate. Lick my balls. Get the fuck out of here. That joke is too motherfucking old. It's too fucking old. And maybe I'm just too young. I shouldn't even be understanding that thing. Okay. So I'm gonna say Pink looks very, very, very dedicated to y'all's friendship. But Pink has monetary issues that keep Pink from committing, out of fear that Pink can't also handle, like, he doesn't believe he can handle a commitment financially. Okay? He doesn't think he can meet you in the middle. He feel like he gets stuck like slacking around, and I do think he's a little bit more on the lazy side. Even though he does, try his best with keeping his money in his hands, it's like he's a little bit on the lazy side. He's just not making it. It's like, when rest do type shit, and he's just under that shit. It's like when he's trying to pay for food or something like that, he's just under that shit. He gotta ask you for $25 more. It's like that. Excuse me. Pink also has a tendency to kind of act a little bit petty. Pink kind of act like a female. Or uber feminine, which is honestly not odd for Capricorns. Capricorn men particularly. Capricorn is a feminine sign. Pettiness runs in the blood. Pink would please you in the bedroom. Pink is more the type of person to be like, I'll eat your pussy, I'll wine and dine you, whatever. Like that's the type of person that we dealing with. He seems very soft-hearted, but like when you get on his nerves or when you piss him off, it's like you done it to the wrong one. He does everything petty. Pink also talks a lot about himself, though, and I don't think that's really in some aspects, I don't think that's a good thing, because I think Pink spins stories. Pink look like he spins stories. A lot of stories to make you jealous or to feel some type of way, to make you feel overly attached. It's like Pink likes to try to single people out, make them feel like they haven't experienced life, even though he really hasn't experienced life. It's like this shit make no sense because you know he hasn't really experienced love. So like, what the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is he talking about? What I will say is it's going to take you a lot longer to deal with Pink because Pink has other sexual relationships going on in the background. You know, this person could also be into polyamory. But like I said, there's other people in the background. There's other relationships in the background. There's just a lot of sex. Fear of commitment. Sex. Okay? If you was wondering if you were the only one he was flirting with, no, you're not. Alright, let's talk about white. What's the difference between pink and white? Let's see, white. Oh, okay. White got a little bit more personality in him. This dude got a little bit more personality in him, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Okay? Like, very... I feel like this person got like a lot of Virgo in their chart because like what I pick up on is someone who's very, very hardcore all the time. Pessimistic is what you can call them. A lot of Capricorns are pessimistic, but like this is like extreme pessimism. Very easy to piss off. Very easy to make jealous or angry. Like he gets very easily jealous or angry over pretty much anything that you do with another man. Like you can talk all that shit with him, but he legitimately gets angry. White is like... White has a really hard time also with handling like mental things like depression. White gets very easily stressed out by like what you perceive as like easygoing life things, like responsibilities, right? White gets very, very confused and fucked up in his mind. So it's very hard for him to focus on life. Okay? It's very hard for him to like conceptualize that it is easy. So what I will say to you, right, in order to like kind of squash that beef a little bit in between y'all, he's allowed to struggle with it. Okay? And the reason why he's struggling is because he's actually trying. So I don't want you to look at that as like necessarily right out the gate a bad trait. The reason why he struggles is because he's actually trying. And while this might not be the first time or the second time, like he's actually trying this time around. So don't get too much on his case with it. I'm gonna say that y'all can agree to disagree, because not only is White a lot more, I feel like White is very animated. Okay? White is very animated. Like, this is the type of person who wants to, like, debate you and talk to you every 6 seconds of the day and shit. Like, be up your ass. But like, he's almost anxious to, like, show you the needy and clingy side. He's very anxious to show you that. Because he feels like if he shows you the needy and clinginess that you're going to be turned off by it. He feel like he's running out of time to like grab your attention. He doesn't want you to be taken or stolen, so this is that possessiveness that we typically see with Capricorn behavior. How does he feel about shit? It's another broke situation. It's another broke bro situation. Okay, it's another broke. He's not really good with his money. He's not really good with cleaning up after himself, or he's good with taking care of his physical in most aspects, but he's just not good with anything else.
You have to teach him a lot of shit, and I feel like that's what he worries about too. That's why he's so insecure sometimes with you, is because a lot of the shit that he be saying, he be spinning the tall tales type shit when it comes to work. Because I don't even see employment here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think he's employed, or if he's struggling with employment, it's out of choice. Okay, it's out of choice. Like he's choosing to struggle with it. It's not because it's something that's out of his hands, right? It's unfortunate for White because I think that he has more of a consistency and like an overpowering dominance or presence about him. But like this is where I say that that's to compensate for things that he does not have, right? And he doesn't have a lot of things. Okay, a lot of things that you want and within a relationship. He feels like, you know, you make him feel giddy, you make him feel centered and focused. You make him feel scared because are you a Libra? You are somebody like he can see himself committing to, but at the same damn time, all them insecurities they build up into one big wad, and then his anger comes out, and then his fucking anger comes out, and he won't stop fucking talking. It's like he just can't stop. He can't stop running his goddamn mouth. Like just shut the fuck up for 5 seconds. Like he won't let you get a word in and shit when he's hurt by something that you say. Yeah, Gemini. Okay. Because Gemini rules communication, then I can see how that might turn you off is when someone cannot communicate or doesn't allow you to communicate and express yourself. So I would say I'm leaning a little bit more towards Pink right now, even though you might not know much about Pink. I would say like that person is just more trustworthy. I know the person showing you all the ugliness, like showing you their ugly side, their good side, their this side, their that side, seems like it would be a great thing, but like you need something that's slow start. You just do. Whatever fucking White trying to do, where he trying to shove his dick in your throat and shit like that, but also trying to shove all of his past and his morals and then this and then that right out the gate, to me that would air more as a red flag because he has no boundaries and no personal space. He doesn't. Yeah, he has a lot of personal baggage, but he doesn't have the personal space, and that's something that you in Gemini particularly needs. The fact that you could always feel his anxiety, always feel him like kind of cramping on you, is suffocating. Okay, so that's where I say Pink is more the choice I would edge towards right now, just because Pink can actually handle a conversation with you. Okay, Pink doesn't feel like you're arguing like brother and sister. Okay. Pink actually makes you feel like he's available to chat with you and all that. And like I said, he is attracted to you. He just has a problem with sex, polyamory. And obviously, there's other people out there as well. So it's not like these are the only two, right? But at the end of the day, Pink just has like a flow about him, a slower flow. There's something that in his chart that like edges him out, where it's to where he's not so overpowering and so petty, feminine. Like you know how Gemini is more of a masculine sign, right? Like Gemini almost needs another masculine identity or someone that can like take control, but do it in a way that's like kind of under the radar. Someone who's not gonna like openly insult you and openly try to change you and rip you up and do this and do that. Someone who's slow enough and like easy enough that can just like ease in there under the radar and you wouldn't even fucking notice type shit. And that type of shit scares you, but it's also what you need in order for you to get your mind into that aspect of a commitment, right? To get your foot in the fucking door. Because a lot of the time, what I imagine Gemini doing within relationships is standing in between the doorway. It's like standing right in the doorway, right down your center, like that, like right down your center, where you're just in and out. Like your one foot is on the fucking sidewalk and one foot is in the house. So you just need that, like easing in. Someone who's willing to take it slow with you. And I feel like Pink would be more that type of person. You have other options as well. Don't get me wrong, but I find it really interesting that you have two Capricorns who have completely different styles here. The thing is with Capricorns, you'll realize that we just have a way with like it I it's a certain type of narcissism. It's a certain type of self focus you're not used to seeing in the world. It's very old school. A lot of people don't fuck with like old school shit no more because it can be very toxic and very possessive, very restricting. Right? So, and I'm saying that as a cat because I know that's the way that it is. Okay. Like Capricorn just happens to have pack mentality where it's like, okay, I'm the leader of the pack. Okay, you either follow me or you fucking don't. Okay. He said one is older and one is younger too. Is the younger one the one that's more chill, or vice versa? Which one? Which pink and white? Which one's younger? Which one's older? I'm curious now. And also, what date is their birthdays? Like I said, this is a learning aspect for me. Because I'm the end of the month. Shit. Okay, that makes sense. Older one is more chill, has a hold of his emotions, is capable of actually communicating with you like a grown ass man. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Also, completely different family lifestyles for both of those folks. Completely different. One is either a middle child or a child that has a lot of siblings, and the other one completely different situation within the family. Because I can see that like loneliness there, or someone. I know younger one is first part of January. Okay. Yeah, that's mixing Capricorn and Sagittarius together. And they are chatty fucking bitches. Chatty Cathy's. There's nothing wrong with chatty, right? But if you can't handle your fucking mental and you just gonna explode on people, that's a problem. It's popped in my head now. Would Diaz get exposed as a serial cheater and a pathological liar? Wondering what would happen if he'd gotten exposed to everyone. Hold on, JB. But what I've noticed, honestly, with the two or three different sides of Cap, right? I think there's only two. Um, I don't think there is like a true Cap moment, even when we get into the center of the month. I think it's the both ends, right? There's two extremes. You get the Capricorn that is way more focused in the emotional aspect, way like more feminine, less dominant, more of a talker, someone who you know that at the end of the day has your back, very dedicated, very there within the relationship, completely and utterly committed to you and very obsessed with you. And then the other one, which I fit in this category, cold, distant. You know they have your back, but you kind of question it sometimes because it's like sometimes it's like talking to a brick wall or an ice cube. You just don't understand where they feel, how they feel, where they feel. That's where communication comes in. So you, as the Gemini, can actually communicate with the ice cube and let them know that it's okay to, melt down and actually, talk about yourself a little bit. It's like, you got to ask a lot of questions. And Gemini, y'all ask a lot of fucking questions. So that's the category right over here. Okay. With this one over here, you don't have to ask anything because they just expose themselves right out the gate. This one over here, though, the one at the further end of the month, they going to let you know, hey, this is my time right now and you have my attention, but I don't know how to start this shit. I don't know how to initiate any of the communication and the emotions and all that. So you're going to have to do that. you're gonna have to make me feel comfortable. This is the older one is pink. Then I. But all Capricorns usually start out pretty similar. Okay. She's in a poly relationship. Yeah, see, the polyamory. Mm-hmm. Unless you into it, but see, that's where when that's where Capricorn and Aquarius start mixing. Okay, because Aquarius people are usually some of the most, they can either be the most extreme people or the most chill people when it comes to polyamory, the most open to polyamory. I would say the sign of Aquarius is there. You did say, yeah, open into dipping in dabbling with couples, and it's what is it? A swinger. So while she might not be in a relationship, she does play with polyamorous people, and she does play with other people often sexually. Okay, she's into that. Doesn't mean she can't be, you know, held down. But now I'm just into her, which is more complicated. Well, trial and error. The person is definitely attracted to you, so. We'll see what's up. We'll see how it goes. Both of them broke, though. At least one tries to support people. The pink tries to support. White ain't got no clue what they're fucking doing. You said she hasn't expressed that to me yet. Like I said, Gemini, the initiator. The initiator. You gotta be the initiator. I know it fucking blows. I know it fucking sucks. But I take this from me personally. We are horrible. And I mean horrible at that type of initiation. We can flirt our motherfucking ass off. We can flirt with anything that fucking, anything with legs, right? But we can snake charm the pants off of anyone type shit. But at the end of the day, right, when it comes to that real deal shit, we sometimes cannot tell if you really into us, right? We're real gullible that way. We can, and we can take rejection actually pretty damn well. But when it comes to someone approaching us, we're like, what? Like what? Wait, what? I didn't know what? Like, I mean, I'll be feeling the same way, but like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? We might question you a lot and be like, are you fucking sure though? Are you sure that you feel that way? Are you sure? Cause what the fuck do you like about me though? Like, I don't understand. I'm not understanding. Like, love cat. Talk to Pink a little bit more. All right, JB, you still here? Fly right over the head. Yup, that's the way it goes. Drives me crazy. Well, this is the thing though. Like I said, snake charm. Okay, we can flirt with you. We can fuck with you. Like, we can literally, like, for Capricorn, I know this is fucking nasty to say, but like, we can get pretty much anyone to open their legs. That's not a problem. It just is the line that we kind of falter at is the emotions. Like, how do you have emotions from me? I just don't understand it. We can't conceptualize that logically. We can't like sit here and be like, oh, so you feeling some type of way? But for real though? Like, how the fuck did you catch emotions? Like, I have no fucking clue. It's odd. It's scary. All right, JB. Let's see about you. I think the question you said something about D is serial cheater and a pathological liar. Will he be exposed? She's trying to take him to like Steve Wilkos and Maury show. White is always accusing me of being a player because White is not only is White a little bit on the spiritual side because I saw something about like spiritual activity, but White is easily jealous and possessive. Take that as a red flag because if you're not able to have your freedom early into the situation, then you can only imagine what it's going to be like really being with that motherfucker, right? Come on now. Okay, come on. I'm learning more every damn day, for real. Especially about his cash. Alright. So, with DS, JB, you want this person to get their fucking karma. You want that karma. You're like, will they ever get that shit? I think this is like a situation where you be trying to judge it more or less from your own emotions, from the outside, JB. What kind of fucking sucks is that like it's never gonna move any faster if you're focused on this person getting their karma. It's never going to move any faster. You know what I mean? It's like, in a way, when you have a karmic situation, your karma is your like positive shit coming through. Your satisfaction is not going to be from revenge. Your satisfaction is not going to be from seeing this person get punished. It's going to be from you moving forwards. Okay? Because seeing this person get punished leaves more questions, right? It's continuous questions. Okay, it only continues the fucking saga. In a second, I might get up to get a snack because I'll be hungry as a bitch. I could see how crooked this person is right out the gate. They be talking about a liar, a cheater, somebody who's like sexually aggressive almost. Sexually aggressive. Will they be exposed? Did you see a Virgo involved with this person? Virgo? Or an earth sign? Hoping he won't victimize any more women. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, it takes a certain type of woman, though, in order to rip off that bad thing. Okay, in order for him to actually be exposed. Okay? Like, I know you have history. I know you feel some type of way. You just don't want to see anyone else get hurt by this person. But I'm letting you know it takes a certain type to put this person in their place. Alright? And it'll happen. Trust and believe. It's just not. It's not going to be when you want it. Cancer with a Virgo moon. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. How he's able to detach from the women he fucks. Oh yeah, he's gonna get his shit. Like he's a messy ass person. He's very, very fucking messy. But you need to release it. He'll get his shit. It's just not gonna be you. There is no unfinished business here. The business has been shut down type shit. Okay, we closing all doors. We're locking all shit. We're closed, right? All right. They're asking you just to trust the process that the universe has set out, that karma has set out for this individual. They're gonna get what they deserve. It's just not gonna be in a time where you're waiting on it because you're still feeding energy to that situation. You know what I mean? Even by wishing and hoping. You know, a woman. There will be one day a woman, a special type of woman. Maybe not that. Maybe not airs him out, but puts him in his place, and he won't be able to escape from it. Just because it wasn't you. You know, I think what really needs to be done here is don't think that all women are gonna become victims of this person. Okay, because all women are not you. I know you feel some type of way because you want to be protective of other women when it comes to that situation, but not all women are you, baby. Like I said, it takes a special type of woman, special type of dominance, takes a special type of fucking crazy to out crazy this person. All right, and trust me, it does exist. All right, Annabella. Snack time. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up a snack. I'm gonna give Annabella a quick answer here. Mm-mm. Don't contest it. Don't let the situation bury you. I know right now it's feeling like an injustice. I know right now it's kind of fucked up. But you might want to talk to someone else as far as legalities go. I can see here, like, the main issue here is improper communication amongst like the legal partners here. You're gonna need someone legally to look over this who is not currently in your circle. Okay, have someone else look at this shit. Have someone else look at it. It's not gonna be this person. This person that you already got on your case. Okay, don't give up on it. All right, you've already kind of come this far. You've learned a couple of different things, a lot of information. Don't give up on it. Okay. Don't give up. Talk to another legal situation. Yeah, they said justice in the upright. So, talk to another lawyer. Even on the side type shit. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab that snack real quick. Cause y'all caught me when I'm hungry. And y'all know I get hangry. I do. Alright, be right back. grab some toast and some dry cereal. Charger. That toast was good as fuck. It hit the fucking spot. Now I got almonds and crackers. And I got more coffee. What bothers me about what situation? Ooh, y'all saw that? Y'all saw that work? That shit was crazy. I saw that shoot as soon as I was switching around my shit. I wonder who's here. Let's see. I saw that big motherfucker. Someone a little bit fruity. Looks like someone's fruity brother or fruity something. Looks like a male though. Gayer than a fucking $10 bill. Gay uncle, gay brother, someone. Yeah. Someone's family. And someone's baby as well. Could be someone's son. Alright, now we should do the all signs. Now that it's dead. What the spirit want me to do? Well, I mean, we are on Libra. Lil Wayne. Let's see what the spirit want me to talk about first. Feel like Venus roll like Libra. What's going on with my Libras? Okay, common misconception about Libra. Common misconception about Libra. Ooh, okay. Questioning one's loyalty, or perhaps questioning your own loyalty to what you're doing right now within work, Libra. There is no such thing as being like content for you sometimes. Like, I feel like you have a really, really, really hard time with just accepting that something is going well or going right. You almost can't, Libra, you almost can't admit to yourself that, you know, you've needed this change or needed some type of flip up within the workplace. You needed something to help you grow, right? You needed something new for a very long time. And usually Libras are quite uniform, right? You like the, you know, whole like getting into a schedule. I'm going sign for sign. I'm just doing like whatever sign pops up in my shit, in my energy, and starting with Libra. So like, I feel like you guys enjoy that uniform shit. That uniform, like, it's scheduled every single day. It's the same motherfucking day type shit. You can actually put up with it. But when something is just not going consistently, you need to throw something new into the mix. And I know that shit, it stresses you the fuck out. It makes you feel flustered. It gets you scared. It gets you confused. But it's worth it. Okay? It's worth it. Are they saying adding in some type of divination? It's maybe you are a spiritualist or you enjoy spiritual things. Adding in some type of divination or manifestation might help you a little bit. Yeah, they talk about protection, adding in some type of protection from vampires around you when it comes to work. You work with a lot of like very structurally inconsistent people, and what I mean by that is like they do, you know, they might have a sound paycheck, they might get a paycheck, but I don't think they be doing their work. Okay, I don't think they be doing their work. In fact, I feel like all that they really fucking talk about is their, you know, their broken marriages, the fucking, you know, their kids pissing them off, this and this and that. All they do is talk shit. You know what I mean? So they don't even be really doing a motherfucking job. Sub Libras might be dealing with this idea that you might want to go back to school or you want to go back for something. It's like you're missing some crucial part right now. You wanted to go back to school, or you wanting to possibly explore the idea of getting into a relationship for the first time in a long time, a very long time. It looks like some of y'all have been years out the gate. Years out the gate. Years. Most definitely you should take up something that makes you happy though. So why not? Like, why not? Enjoy the fucking journey, Libra. Enjoy the journey. You know, I'm not saying just go jump on it. Obviously there needs to be a plan involved, but enjoy the fucking journey. Y'all need something, right? You need something new. You need something to spruce this shit up. And it's not going to be tied to the past. It's not going to be tied to what your schedule used to be. It's going to be all new everything. All new everything. You're getting pissed off as well, Libra, because people keep making promises to you that they just cannot keep, right? And you're someone who believes a lot in the truth and a lot in telling someone something in confidence, right? They won't go spread the shit or lie in your name, da 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 da. You like to put a lot of trust in people, but sometimes you put the trust in the wrong ones. Be aware of yourself and be aware of how much you be talking to some folks about your future, because most of these individuals, they don't want to see you do better than them. That's just the truth of it all. It's like there's a lot of people out in this world, and a lot of them, majority of them, do not want to see you do better than them. All right. Okay, Libra? So maybe shut your fucking mouth occasionally. Because when you be talking about how good things are going or whatever, like, just know. These motherfuckers, they don't want to see you do better than them. They pissed. That's the truth. They pissed. They pissed that you can believe in yourself. They pissed that you are into spirituality. They're pissed that you're into tarot. They're pissed that you have some type of defining trait that is only yours and yours alone. They're pissed at that. It really, really fucking grinds their motherfucking gear. Okay? So that's why I want to say to Libra, keep your fucking mouth shut. Alright. Gilos. You said, will you reunite with a Cancer? Will you? Yes, you will reunite with a Cancer. Is it going to be in the way that you wanted to? No. You will absolutely reunite with a Cancer. Yes. Right out the gate, like I'm sensing that it's not going to be exactly what you want it to be. Okay, you will reunite though. You will. Be aware of the fact that this person is even now like looking for something new. So they're not looking for you. They're looking for something new. So even though they miss you, they love you, they enjoyed y'all's time together, they're still looking for something new. Might be a sexual relationship that y'all come in clutch with. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's maybe a sexual relationship. But like I said, y'all will reunite, right? But reunite does not mean jump into the relationship. Reunite means y'all will come back in contact. All right. I can't say good or bad. Whatever you perceive from what I just told you, that's all up to you. Still doing drugs? Absolutely. Still the same. Like I said, there's nothing here that looks to me like it's going to be like, oh, yeah, reunite, get back into a relationship, and everything's going to change. It doesn't look like that. To me, it looks like a situation where y'all have your disagreements, but you might come in clutch for some sex. Okay? Because this person look more like they are into jumping in and out of relationships. Like, he trying to go out and do the game type shit, or spread the game. So, just letting you know. While you might be comfortable with having sex with this individual because you got comfortable in some type of aspect, with the physical nature, don't expect this person to take your feelings into consideration and change their fucking behavior. Because that's not what I'm seeing. Your love for this person is amazing. Okay? Your effort that you put in with this person, amazing. Their effort, though, it's not even close. Okay, it's like a fucking 25 and then you're 100, right? So just know that you do deserve better. You do deserve more than just that. He left, he was mean. Yeah, he cares. But he wouldn't ever tell you that. He wouldn't ever tell you that or show you that. Yeah, he be missing you. He does care. He misses you. He does care, but he would never tell you that. He's petty as fuck. He would never tell you that he's missing you emotionally, but he would tell you he's missing the kitty. The pussy. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No witchcraft. He does not practice witchcraft. I don't even get him being that type of nigga. Like, people around him might, but even though that still wouldn't affect y'all's relationship. I don't see him practicing no witchcraft. He's not even like that. He doesn't even have the fucking temperament for it. Sorry about the ASMR though. I mean, what kind of like sets me off a little bit, I get like being very, very aware of yourself and knowing when your energy is all sorts of fucked up, but there is other reasons why, right? It doesn't need to be witchcraft. And let me just say, like, witchcraft is real witchcraft is incredibly rare. Okay, like genuine people, like people who genuinely practice, genuinely believe in divination and genuinely practice is a really rare commodity. So when you be seeing all these, readers talk about, oh yeah, oh my God, they're doing witchcraft on you, da 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 da. Either they're lying up their ass, or they talking, about a very small percentage of people. Okay, A very small percentage. Alright? So when you go out there and you be seeing all them crazy ass videos, and you're talking, oh my God, they're doing witchcraft on your mama, on your daddy, on your this, on your dad, on your dog. When my friend's mom said he lit candles towards me, listen, he does not practice witchcraft. He doesn't. He doesn't. Maybe he be like the fucking blunt, but like I said, he do not practice witchcraft. That is not what I'm saying. Not at all, babe. Not at all. Like I said, there is no. He might be addicted to, some drugs. He might be like the motherfucking blunt. Maybe he like the crack pipe. I don't know. But ain't like no motherfucking candles. The only addict I see is someone who's genuinely addicted to drugs. If lighting the crack pipe is that witchy shit. Like, you might think he's bewitched because he be high all the goddamn time. But like I said, no witchcraft. When will we meet again? That's something that you're gonna have to figure out. That's not for me. I don't like to give time constraints. I can give like an estimate, but I don't like to give time constraints because people are also adept to free will, so they can change their mind, right? Something else could happen and they can change their mind. I could give you a season or like a month, perhaps, maybe. Let's see what comes out, if there's anything at all. A season. What season? I'm not seeing the season. Possibly fire sign season, possibly Leo season. Sorry to interrupt, but this is my first time here. Do you tend to read on certain life areas? I read on any life area. There's no constraint. Just as long as people aren't like bringing the whole house down with anxiety, paranoia, and all that extra shit. And that hasn't happened tonight yet, so I just don't like people who project. Passing time. I'm gonna take my cats to the vet this morning. It's easy to overthink, to not let their intuition tell them. Yeah, listening to collective reading. I know. And so the missing person case, possibly, I can see what comes out. With these cases, since they're so fucking tedious and involved with people fucking up on your end, not you particularly, but other people, I can see what comes out. Alright. I'll see what comes out. What's my court case in justice? Hold your horses real quick. Let's see. Missing person case. Is a missing person a child? They said kidnapping right out the gate. So that's why I thought a child. Mm. He said like an adult male. Okay. So the first things that came out for me were, first of all, they gave like a physical descriptions. So they talk about someone with tattoos, perhaps look like tattoos to me, and also there's some like weight difference. Could be like someone who's very very small, very very small. What else? The devil in the reverse, like the coins in the reverse. Someone who struggled with transportation is involved here. Maybe like too trusting with transportation type thing. 4422. Someone who struggled with transportation or getting around. What they're talking about. Another reason why I said kid, like a child or kidnapping type shit, was because I picked up on also like predatory behavior, but I don't think it's like, I don't think it's sexual in nature. It's like predatory, like preying on people who are, um, like almost naive in a way. Naive, or like I said, someone had like a lot of trouble getting around. Okay, so I don't know what the details are necessarily on that note, but I just know somebody was very 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 incredibly naive in this type of situation, which I'm assuming is the male that is missing. Um, I don't think it was anyone he trusted. If that's what you're asking, like it's not someone he trusted. It's not even someone he knew. Okay, because I asked, did he know this person, and they said no. It's someone who was transporting him somewhere. Someone who was like taking him somewhere. I don't, like I said, I don't pick up on death. I picked up on addiction, but I did not pick up on death. Okay. So taking someone far, far away type shit. I don't, like I said, I don't pick up on death right out the gate. And of course, that can kind of be misconstrued by the amount of confusion that might be going through his mind. Um, because there was also crazy amounts of like very up and down communication with him. So I don't know. It looks like to me he took some help from somebody who very much knew that he was an addict, very much knew that they could take advantage of him in some type of way. Someone that was easy to like physically control or physically manipulate. So like, if I could see some hands being thrown. I could see a physical altercation. There is friends involved though. There is a couple of different people that he knew that know more about the situation than what they're putting out. Okay, so there is friends involved, but I don't think they're directly involved with the actual like kidnapping. They're involved with like knowing more about the situation than what they say. Okay, the friends or the other people that were around, like they're not wanting to open their mouth for some reason. And whether that's threats, whether that's like they just know both people, it's like there's definitely people around that were there. So they seen the situation go down. And they know more than what they're putting out. It might be a case of also this person does not want to be found. But hey, no, I don't see a person who's passed away though. This might be okay. So, um, let me talk about sexuality a little bit here. Do you know if this person was scrappy fighter? Makes sense. Do you know if this person was maybe sexually inclined towards males? He said, "Dang, does that name make sense?" I don't even know. Listen, names for me don't translate. I just pick up on the situation, and I pick up on like uh, different qualities within a person. I pick up on fear, anxiety, um, addictions. The type of, it's like the mentality I get in people's heads. Less about like the actual exterior, but getting into people's heads I'm good at. So he said heterosexual. Okay, so there's a couple of different things there. I'm gonna say uh have to do with his sexuality, and the reason why I'm saying that is because there's more addictions here than just drugs. It's very clearly also a sexual addiction. Um, and you're right on that. That an addict does what they need to do to get what they need. I get someone who's swinging kind of both ways, and also doesn't really give a fuck at all. To be honest with you, I'm gonna say right. I did pick up on energy earlier. We had like a giant ass orb come through, and this doesn't mean someone's passed. Like I said, this does not necessarily mean someone's passed away. A giant ass orb came through earlier, and I was picking up on someone's energy. It was like a younger male, someone who is gayer than a. I said literally, and I quote, gayer than a $100 bill type shit. Um, I picked up on whether it was like someone's son or someone's relative, that sort of thing, before you even came up into this bitch. Before you even came in here. Like, before you even came in here, I picked up on some type of energy. So I don't know if he's, just showing himself or whatever, like trying to pull through, whatever. But to me, like I said, it looks like somebody that he did not know. It looks like somebody that other people did know and they did see it go down, and then they're not talking. They're not saying nothing. So I don't know if the person is still in the location, like in the same location, not him, not the guy that's missing, but the people that did some shit. I don't know if they're still in that same location. It's very possible, because you know how threats work, you know how threats go. Um, when somebody threatens your life in that type of situation, when all addicts involved type shit, that usually people will stay quiet. They won't say nothing. Yeah, we did pick up on someone earlier though. Before you even came in, I didn't even know like I said, I didn't even know who the fuck it was. I just know there was like a little sexual influence there, a little addictive influence. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of information. I know this is a situation that does stay lingering and keeps you feeling very stressed, because you just want to know the outcome. And you want that person to know that they are loved, that they are cared about, they are cared for. It's interesting you state location. His disappearance was related to a transitional living location. Okay. It's interesting. And it's very recent. It's very recent. I also pick up on his mother. His mother. Excuse something tells me that he might be still kicking. Okay? Something tells me he's still kicking. And that he ran away. But, that's where I say, if it's his mom looking for him, if he wants to be found, he'll turn up. I just want to let you know that. Because I know that shit was frustrating with that particular situation with his relationship between him and his mom. Like I said, he will show up when he wants to show up. If he doesn't want to be found, it's so unfortunate because, in an addict state of mind, it's like when somebody when they feel attacked, right? And this is coming from someone who is a former addict, still an addict, but you know what I mean? If somebody does not want to be found, they have the intelligence, just like they grew the intelligence off the streets and shit, of being an addict. They have that intelligence where they can bury themselves, literally. Not like, but bury themselves in a way where it's like, you ain't never gonna find me again. Because I keep getting that he's still kicking. And that he made the choice to run away. But I understand. Because, look, six of wands. Someone who's lively as a motherfucker. And this could just mean that he was a live wire, or is a live wire, just in his personality. That's just the way he is. I can see the mom's stress, the mother's stress. But look. Okay, location. Here's the location switch. What happened right after the location switch? Okay. There's someone he met here. Someone he didn't even fucking know. Someone he met. And here they are. And let's see what the current is. What's the current? Currently, he's gay, baby. He is gay. I don't know if it's like his man or whatever it is. But there's some type of relationship there that is homosexual relationship. He is gay, man. He is gay. It could be a trap house situation. Like I say, if he wants to turn up, he'll turn up. And I think, she doesn't have to come to terms with that. As a mother, she should not have to come to terms with that. She's always going to be worried about her son. But I literally think he skipped town. And I do think people know where he went. I think there's 2 or 3 people who do know that he left. Or what he was planning on doing, at least. So. Because they tried to corner him, and he said, nah, fuck you. Hi, Sherry. What's your question? He said, we are hoping it is that he's just in hiding or something, but honestly, it doesn't seem right that I haven't heard from him. You know him best. You know him best. Obviously, there's a lot of lifestyle choices that, y'all have heard about from his mouth or seen happen with him, but, I feel like even the things that he told y'all was a lot of excuses for his own behavior. And I just don't, the insanity piece. He could have met anyone. And he could have thought that would have been the right choice. So, whether, like I said, he'll resurface. He will. Either way, he will resurface. And let you know that. Let me know if you guys get any news back. That'd be an interesting case to look into. I think he's on the run. I know what that feels like. Damn. That Korean BBQ just went down the wrong pipe. Scorpio, you said, what's my custody court case an injustice? Let's see. Was your custody court case an injustice? As far as the court says it's not. Okay, the court says it's not. Okay, the law says that it's not. Because someone has been given enough proof that this person can like the other person can handle something. You know that is it about kids? Do you mind if I ask? Because some people don't like to give that type of information out. Because they see the other person, and for some reason they're saying that this person can handle it, and that they whatever was brought up against them. Well, it might have been the truth. They're not being shown they're not being shown otherwise. Okay, they're not being shown the information. So like, you might have said something about somebody, explained to them the situation, that this person is like the baby's dad is like a crackhead, da 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 da, whatever. But they weren't shown evidence of that. Hence why this is tough, right? This is tough because you have seen, the person, so you've seen the person in action, okay, or you know who this is, right? They don't. So can I say it feels like an injustice to you? Absolutely. But to the court, to the law, they think otherwise. Okay. I can see, yeah. I can see why you would want to get your daughter away from this situation. Does it make sense that this person, like... Okay, so what I am going to say is that they do want to be a part of your daughter's life. That's indisputable. They don't fuck with you, but they want to be a part of your daughter's life. And they are willing to do anything and everything in order to do that. Okay? So, can I say that this is a horrible situation? Not really. Because it does not look like he's putting your daughter's life in danger. Okay? It doesn't look like he is. Yeah, it doesn't look like that. Is she a majority of the time with someone's mama? With someone's mother? With a grandmother or something like that? Is she a majority of the time? Is that where she's at? bell for angelic message. Please bless me. I got you in a second. Stepmom. Okay. I'm gonna let you know. Like I said, there's no maltreatment on that end. So, well, he might be out the house and doing whatever the fuck he does. I don't see that being a problem. I don't see that being a bad situation. Okay. I'm gonna let you know the mom is fine. All right. She's in someone's hands majority of the time, and it's not him. Okay. It's not him. Right. Like, do I think he wants to do better for his child? Yeah. I was told his mother sabotaged it so he could win. I don't think so. I don't see, like I said, they was looking for evidence to prove otherwise, and it just was not there. So this is kind of a situation where I understand you can't just trust your daughter with just anyone. And you've heard a lot about this person and their behavior. You've seen the behavior personally. I don't think this is just a matter of like, okay, he's with another person and they're doing great and da 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 da, and because y'all was fighting with each other that, I see the behavior that you're talking about with him that could possibly feel like it's a danger, but I don't think that that's pulling forward to anyone else, especially the stepmother. Okay, it just doesn't look like. It doesn't look like what you said. That's what I'm gonna say. Even though I could see the behavior. Does that make sense? I'm trying to explain it the best way that I can. I don't think there was any saboteur or anything like that. Okay. Okay. I guess the card reader must have lied. That's why it's risky out here, babe. Especially when you're going towards readings live with people that are live all the fucking time, dealing with folks. They get either exhausted, tired, or they tell a lot of fucking lies. Sometimes it's best that you sit back and use your own discernment. And when someone scares you like that, or puts, almost like puts your mind and your child in danger, even by words, even with association of words, and be like, oh, she sabotaged this, she did that. Not everyone is your enemy, and I want to let you know that your daughter is safe. Okay? Not everyone is your fucking enemy. Right? And it will seem like that because you're looking for answers, and sometimes you're just not going to find that within readers. All right? You're going to find that in your own personal experience. Like I said, I've seen y'all's relationship. I saw it. I saw the narcissism. I saw, delusional activities. I saw someone who lies and, has some type of like psychosis or psychotic behavior when they're in romantic relationships. But I don't see that reflecting into your child. I just want to let you know that whoever the stepmom is, I don't see any maltreatment there. Okay, as far as the approach to like someone lying in the courtroom or any of that type of shit, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, I don't see that. I don't see foul play. Why is my fucking phone on charger? What else we got? You sent me the angelic message. So let me get to that. I'm going to use the Crow Tarot deck. Usually what I do is just read through the book. I'll pick you 3 cards. Let's get it. Yeah, good luck, babe. Shuffle real quick. Yasi. All right. Angel messages. Where the fuck did the book? There it is. Your first card is Scavenge. Number 44 is Scavenge. The crow searches for anything, even the smallest crumb. Although insight might be gained and scavenging can promote brain development, the crow's attention is on an area that may not yield the greatest reward. Scavenge suggests that you may be settling for less because it is easy. Your attention may be on a situation that holds little promise, yet at the same time you are hoping to find some source of nourishment or value. While in between jobs or relationships, you might find the Scavenge card will appear more frequently as you jump around from one opportunity to another. Use this time to gather information and determine what you like and what you do not like, what you can and won't settle for. This card may also appear if you have been simply taking what you can get instead of directing your attention towards the steps that would lead to something more substantial. So there's your first card. Your second card is Balance. Balance. Have you ever noticed how even on windy days, crows and other birds can stay perfectly positioned on a thin telephone wire? They seem almost unfazed or unbothered by the wind. When we are in balance, we meet external forces with our internal strength, giving each space to exist in harmony. Damn. Balance. When balance appears, you may need to call upon your inner strength, as an approaching situation may test your ability to stay cool and composed. Just like the wind, it too will make its presence known and then move along. Balance may also appear when your daily schedule could use some reorganizing. Are you creating time for yourself, or is your day consumed with tasks that drain your energy? And 42 is Routine. Your next card is Routine. Every morning, I watch the crows return to my neighborhood, and every evening I see them as they depart. It is like clockwork. The crows have a routine that they are stuck with for as long as I can remember. Routine speaks to things we do out of habit because it is part of who we are. What is expected of us. In many ways, it is routine that creates stability. However, it can also lead you to stagnation or getting into a rut. Ask yourself, are you in a routine that makes a foundation for success, or are you merely going through the emotions because you don't know what else to do? Y'all see that is your angel messages. Are you resisting change because you don't know where to go from there? Are you resisting leaving situations behind? Are you choosing to stick with something that you're just comfy with just because? Do you have to make up excuses in your head why you're still dealing with a situation, why you're still struggling? Do you need to give yourself excuses? Or can you bring something new in for some of that change that you've been looking for? Because I feel like bringing in something new is going to be the main thing, okay? Like, you need they talk about maintaining calm, but I feel like maintaining like a steady schedule more than anything. And this means like, so steady schedule is basically like this. You need to be able to sleep for yourself, eat for yourself. You're going to need to be able to have a hobby, something outside of love relationships and family. You need a hobby that is just for you and only you. It is only an individual thing, right? That could be exercise, and maybe you're getting bored of exercise. It could be, maybe you want to do tarot, maybe you want to do music. Like there's a hobby that needs to be put in place here, where I feel that's where you feel like you're missing yourself. Okay, you're missing your identity because you're not acting on like you're refusing to act on like your creativity, if that makes sense. You're not putting yourself out in the best way possible. You're doing what everyone else would want you to do, right? And that's kind of where you're falling short. You know, it's almost like when someone's a perfectionist, but they're almost too perfect. Like you're too perfect, right? You need to add something in there. And maybe it's the lack of perfection that you're feeling as well, because a lot of the time perfectionists will question themselves constantly and ruin opportunities just on the basis that you said, I love eating. Is that a hobby? Yes. But in order to make that a true hobby, are you like, what are you doing? Like, are you filming it? Are you making money off of it? Are you traveling to go get that food? Maybe you're leaving reviews. Like, it's something that you just find fun, right? Make it almost like a I don't want to say a work endeavor. It's like you got to get creative with that shit. Do you just go eat anywhere, or are you traveling to eat? Are you traveling to different places in order to find like your favorite meals? Is there like a regular thing where you go to, a Korean restaurant, you go to a Japanese restaurant, you try different things, you try new things, and make it fun by mixing it up and bringing someone with you that you love, or you feel like is supportive of that type of journey. Okay, yeah, foodie is a thing. I've been watching a lot of the fucking Netflix shit. I try eating hot dogs in one bite. Maybe don't do that. I've seen what that does. The memes. Yeah, I've seen what that does. Oops. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I do have to get off because I gotta drop these kitties off. Showing it as if I'm breathing it in. If you love eating, truthfully and honestly, if you're being honest about that shit, you do love eating. You can make a fucking. Have you ever heard of ASMR? You saw how I was eating on the damn stream? Do some fucking ASMR videos or some shit. You see these people pouring out like the biggest fucking crab claws you ever seen, sucking on that shit. Right all up on the mic. You shoot for it. You need some source of creativity, some source of hobby that you wasn't forced into. I don't watch no fucking ASMR. I know what the fuck that shit is, but I don't watch this shit. Sucking in hot dogs. Hey, if that's what you like. No, that's revolting. Hey, you say you like sucking in hot dogs. And I'm saying, if you're doing that shit in a public space, how the fuck do you think everybody else feel? You basically doing ASMR right then and there. That, or you making people feel some type of way. You're appealing to a community. I have no problem with ASMR, but that huge crab eating is straight up frightening when they sucking on the huge crab claws. That shit is disturbing. It is disturbing. Or when they like, there's that one side of YouTube where they got the living animals or whatever, the squids and shit. You sure you don't want to do that? Travel and be a fucking foodie. That's honestly a cool ass job. But I can only imagine how many times you get the bubble guts. I can only fucking imagine like how many bad food places you run in and all you got is bubble guts at the end of the day. You get mad sick. You have fucking E. coli and E. coli and shit. Uh. I mean, you come here to New York, we got like every source of food, everything that you can think of. But at the end of the day, like half that shit is poison. You be shitting your fucking brains out. You trying to lose some fucking weight? Go to some of these food places. Watching these mukbangs makes me not want to live on this planet anymore. I understand. Yesterday, my brother tried to eat. So I watched 8th Street Productions, right? I watched them way back in the day when they was posting that type of content and like critiquing and all that type of shit. And he tried to re-show me this video of this woman eating them giant ass crab claws. This was just last night. We was drunk as shit. And the woman who would eat like the fucking living creatures and that shit like sticking to her face and everything like that. Yeah, I was repulsed. I felt like throwing up. I did not find that shit funny. Hey, Susie. It's been so long. What time zone? It's gonna be over. It's not too late. I am just about to get off, but shoot for it, Susie. Shoot for it. I got you. Usually I can pick up your energy very, very quickly. So, and then I gotta get He has to. Yeah, he will come back home because he has to. He will come back home. You must be the best looking person in New York. No. I thought about it for a second. No. Maybe in this area. Maybe in upstate. Maybe in upstate. But there's a lot of good looking fucking people in the city. I trust and believe, not upstate. There ain't nothing up here. You got the fucking crackheads and the rednecks and the. I want to ask if I'm going to sell this house. You were right about the water. There was a major issue I want to send some money to right now. Okay, so you want to ask about selling this house. Are you going to sell this house? Yes. You have a couple of options and choices on how you want to sell this. Okay? Or how you want to deal with the situation. I do think you're going to sell this house. Now, let's look more into that. You're going to sell this house for sure. Okay. Now the thing is, like, the what keeps coming up every time I do these readings for you is like the lowballing, right? People keep lowballing you or not giving you a straight answer on the property, and that's where I feel like you need someone to come, like someone else to come in. Like, I don't know what type of what do they call them? I don't know who you're having to come in to vet your property for sales. I don't know why I can't think of the fucking salesperson. What are they? What the fuck are they called? A realtor, right? So I don't know who you're having come in, but I feel like you need someone else. I feel like you need someone brand new to talk to on this, because I don't trust what's going on here with the couple of other situations that you've already dealt with. I could see. I think a male might purchase your house, but there's gonna be two options here, two or three options here on what you can do with this house. They're talking about flipping it, about improving on like the water situation, improving on some of the like structural issues with the home before you get rid of it, because that's the main issue that they're seeing with this is like structural issues. Yeah, the structure, they keep talking about it. So it does look like you need to consult somebody else though. It's whoever you're dealing with or familiar with dealing with, whoever you've been kind of like consulting for these past couple of months, that needs to change. Okay, that needs to change. Real estate agents, yeah, that needs to change. I don't know who you're going to towards real estate, but it needs to shift over. Okay. The main thing I see you doing is flipping the property, so changing a couple of things. I don't think you're adding anything onto the property. I just think that what you really need to do is fix the structural issues, because that's mainly what you're running into. He said this is the sixth person. I understand, because they, like I said, these bitches will lowball you straight out the gate, lowball you thinking that you're the dumbest motherfucker out here, right? The thing is, you're not. You're picky, which is a good thing, but also if you're trying to get rid of this, just get rid of it. Your pickiness will not help the situation. You know, I understand. I would, in this type of situation with your home, I would want to be picky too. But fix the structural issues, okay? Put the money into that, and then consult someone brand new. I know this is the sixth person, and I know you're getting fucking tired of it, but you want your home to be worth what it's actually worth. You don't want to get fucking lowballed and screwed out of a bunch of money because some bitch is trying to take 50% of your you know, what that property ends up going for. Okay? Because it's a lot of smoke and mirrors out here. A lot of smoke and mirrors. It's starting to really get on your fucking nerves. It's starting to make you really, really sick. Like, sick of dealing with these bitches. It is a really nasty industry. Yeah, they said it's like a fucking zoo. Let's see. Let's see if you will have this property sold by this year. You feel trapped. I see that. I don't. Okay. There's something here. I don't think it's gonna be sold by this year. All right. And I'm not trying to take no wind out of your sails. I don't think it's gonna be sold by this year because, like I said, improvement of structural issues. Okay. So trying to change a couple of things around, trying to make the house a little bit more appealing, putting your own money into it so you won't lose so much when it comes to realty. Because they're going to come in and pick everything apart and be like, this doesn't, you know, the age of this fucking fireplace, it don't look right. So you're going to need to change that up and make it more modern. You're going to need to change this and this and that. We're going to need to put money and flip this and flip that, da 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 da. If you just do it yourself, it's going to be a lot less expensive and you will get your money back on the sale of your property. Okay? Okay? And putting money into the property. They're like, oh, you need a new front door. This front door ain't cut. They're like, I don't know why. Why doesn't it have 10 locks on it instead of 5 locks? Like that type of shit. Which makes no fucking sense. But if you take all the information that they're giving you so far from the 6 realtors, the things that kind of add, what you'll see kind of add up is like if they're all saying the same thing about one particular area in the home or the house, that is what you need to work on. Okay, that is something that you can trust. Because they're, like I said, the financial endeavors where they keep bringing up, oh yeah, hey, well, for this home will go for this and that and that and that. Like they're gonna keep lowballing, and that is really fucking frustrating. I can feel your frustration. I can feel your anger. Don't give up on it. Fix the things that need to be fixed. Put your money into it. It will be worth your while. Let's see. Will you sell it? 2024. Shuffle real quick. Looks like you will get rid of this property. Maybe by the end of this year, you're gonna get an offer, but I don't think it's something that you want. Unfortunately, I can see people testing your patience. You definitely need to talk to another realty company, someone that is more like familiar with your style of home, particularly, and also with your area. Because I feel like your area is kind of the issue that we're running into here, the area that it's in. But I see some people making two or three offers on your property. Doesn't look like something you're going to settle for right out the gate, but don't get impulsive with it where you're just like, I just want to get this fucking shit off my hands because I'm so stressed and tired. It's one thing if you're feeling like it's stressed and tired and it's starting to cause like a mental, okay, you said I'm exploding. So if it's starting to cause like mental toll and like physical toll, take a break from it. Take a break from it. Don't just impulsively throw it away. Okay, take a break from it then. You're allowed to do that. It is your home. You're allowed to do that. Okay? Take a break from all the talking to the realty, doing this and doing that. Okay? I understand not having patience because it's heavy. Spruce it up though. Like I said, the small structural things that they keep talking about, put your money into that. They're all private schools around here. I don't fit in this place at all. Now you can see why people are like maybe a little bit more hesitant on a sale, because they're looking like, oh fuck, like, okay, so if someone has kids or has this and has that, like, are they going to be able to afford this property and afford what's around them? Like I said, you're going to get a couple of offers this year. I don't think they're going to be exactly what you want, but I think if you keep improving on the structural issues within this home, I can see it flying right off your fucking hands. Take a break if it's necessary. If you start feeling really, really fucked up over this shit and it's really, you're starting to go mental, take a break from talking to these people and just focus on your real life a little bit. Because the house is not alive, right? The house does not need to be fed and watered and all that. You need to take care of yourself. Okay? Alright, y'all. I'm going to get off and start getting ready here to take these cats to their bed. I appreciate y'all for popping through. I think I will be on later, and I'm probably going to do some live individual signs. I'm thinking about possibly doing Pisces. And Pisces, Gemini, They be talking about Cap all the time. They just want me to talk about my damn self. Um, Pisces, Gemini, and maybe we will do a Cap. We haven't actually done a live reading here, Cap, for a second. Alright. Yeah, see, Yasi, you try to roll through and try to trigger and shit, but you notice I don't get triggered. I'm 22 years old. I'm literally, I'm 22. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, this nigga gonna get triggered right out the gate. You're gonna be just like all the other fucking readers. Can't take a fucking joke. Pissed off at the most simple shit. Fucking God loving, God fearing bitch. No, I don't believe in that. So. One year is enough. I feel that. Taurus. Maybe we'll do Taurus. Let me write down some shit. Because usually what ends up happening, right, is I'll get into my other work and it's just. And I'll have time to myself and everything like that to relax. And I'll feel like doing something. But I don't. Oh, man. What the fuck is it? He said, bro, I didn't. You're a real one. Yeah, no, I'm not bothered by that type of shit. See, we're gonna do. We'll do Cat. We'll write down Capricorn. Do 3, I think. 2 or 3. Pisces live. And maybe we'll do Taurus live. Alright, y'all. Yeah, you guys have a good day too. Okay, I'll be on again. I'll see you. Bye, guys.